Solomon, I saw the best minds of my generation destroyed by madness, striving hysterical naked, dragging themselves to the Negro streets at dawn, looking for an angry fix. Angel-headed hipsters burning for the ancient heavenly connection to the starry dynamo in the machinery of the night. Who poverty and tatters and hollow-eyed and high sat up smoking in the supernatural darkness of cold water, flats floating across the tops of cities, contemplating jazz. Who bear their graves to heaven under the heavens, were made an angels staggering on diamond roofs illuminated, who passed through universities with radiant cool eyes, hallucinating Arkansas and plague like tragedy among the scholars of war. For crazy and publishing obscene swords on the windows of the sky, who cowered in a shaven rooms in underwear, burning their money in waste baskets and listening to the terror through the wall, who got busted in the public birds returning through a rider with a bath of marijuana from New York, who hate fire in paint hotels or drunk turpentine in Paradise Alley, death or purgatory, their torsos, night after night, with dreams, with drugs, with waking nightmares, alcohol and coke and then response. Uncomparable blind streets shattering, cloud and lightning in the mind, leaping to white balls of Canada and Patterson, illuminating all the motionless world of time between peeled solidities of walls, back at the green tree cemetery dawns. Why drunkenness over the rooftops, storefronts, barracks of tea hat, joyride, neon blinking traffic light, sun and moon and tree vibrations in the roaring winter dusks of Brooklyn, ashcan rantings and kind king light of mind, who chain themselves to subways for the endless ride from Battery to Holy Bronx or Benzodrine, until the noise of wheels and children burn them down, shuddering most run and better lick of brain, all drain of brilliance in the drear light. So, who sang all night in summer light of Bigfords floated out and set through the stale beer afternoon in desolate lessons, listening to a track of blue project shoebox. Talked continuously 70 hours from bar to bed to bar to bed, to museum to the Brooklyn Bridge. A lost battalion of platonic conversationalists jumping down the stoops of fire escapes indices of the dire streets out of the moon. Yakety screaming, vomiting, whispering facts and memories and memories and evil kicks and shocks of hospitality, takes and wars. All the nights this version of total recall for 7 days and nights. With brilliant eyes, made for the cynical cast on the pavement, who vanished into nowhere, San New Jersey, leaving a trail of ambiguous picture postcards of Atlantic City home, suffering Eastern sweats and tangerine bone cravings and migraines to China under junk withdrawal in Newark's bleak furnished room, who wandered around and around at midnight in the rain or the yard, wondering where to go and when to leaving no broken hearts, only cigarettes in boxcars, racketing through the snow towards lonesome farming grandfather's night, who studied Plotinus, Poe St. John of the Cross telepathy, and Bob Caballero because the cosmos instinctively vibrated at their feet in Kansas, who loaned it through the streets of Idaho, seeking visionary Indian angels who were visionary Indian angels, who thought they were only mad when Baltimore gleamed in supernatural ecstasy, who jumped in limousines with the Chinamen of Oklahoma on the impulse of winter midnight straight like small town rain, who lounged hungry and lonesome through Houston seeking jazz or sex or soup, and followed the brilliant Spaniard to converse about America and eternity, a hopeless task, and so took ship to Africa, who disappeared into the volcanoes of Mexico, leaving behind nothing but the shadows of dungarees and the lave and dash of poetry scattered in the fireplace Chicago, who reappeared on the West Coast investigating the FBI in birds and shorts with big pacifist eyes, sexy in their dark skin, passing out incomprehensible leaflets, who burned cigarette holes in their arms protesting the narcotic tobacco haze of capitalism, who distributed super communist pamphlets in Union Square, weeping and undressing when the sirens of Los Alamos wailed them down and wailed down the wall, and the Staten Island Ferry also wailed, who broke down crying in white and nation naked and trembling before the machinery of other skeletons, who beat detectives in the neck and shrieked with delight in police cars for committing no crime but their own while cooking pederastry and intoxication, who howled on their knees in the subway and were dragged off the roof, weaving penitence and manuscripts, who let themselves be fucked in the ass by saintly motorcyclists and screamed with joy, who blew and were blown by those humans refused the sailors, caresses of Atlantic and Caribbean love, bowed in the morning, in the evenings in rose gardens and the grass of public parks, and cemeteries scattering their semen freely, whomever come who may, who lived up endlessly trying to chill, but wound up with a soul behind the partition in a Turkish bath when the London angel came to pierce them with a sword, who lost their loved ones to the free and shoes of fate, the one-eyed shrew of the heterosexual dollar, the one-eyed shrew that rings out of the womb, and the one-eyed shrew that does nothing but sit on a rest and snip the intellectual golden threads of the craftsman's loom, who copulated his static and insincere with a bottle of beer, sweet out a package of cigarettes, a candle, and fell off the bed, and continued along the floor and down the hall, and then fainting on the wall with a visual of ultimate count, and calm eluding the less choosing consciousness, who sweetened the snatches of a million girls trembling in the sunset, and where I died in the morning, but prepared to sweeten the snatch of the sunrise, flashing buttocks on their bars and naked in the lake. Went out whoring through Colorado, Mayor, stolen night cars and Annecy, secretly wrote his poems. Coxswain and the Donis of Denver, trying to the memory of his innumerable laser girls in the antelopes and minor backyards. He has his rickety rose on Monday Dawson caves, or with a jug waitresses, familiar roadside lonely, difficult upliftings and especially secret gas stations, subsidies of charms, and old town alleys too, who faded out in vast sordid movies, where shifted in dreams, woke on a sudden Manhattan, and picked themselves up of the basement, hung over with hurtless dog eye and horrors of Third Avenue, iron dreams, and stumbled to unemployment offices. Walked all night with her shoes full of blood on the snowbanks, dogs waiting for a door in the East River to open, to a room full of steam heads and opium, who created great suicidal dramas on the apartment cliff banks of the Hudson under the water-tempered flood light of the moon. In their heads shall be crowned with laurel in oblivion, who hate the lamb stew of imagination or digested the crab at the muddy bottom of rivers of Bowery, who wept at the romance of the streets with their pushcarts full of onions and bad music, who sat in boxes waiting in the darkness under the bridge and rose up to build harpsichords in their loft, who cut on the 6th floor of Harlem, crowned with flame under the tuberculous sky, surrounded by orange quarters of theology, scribbled at night, rocking and rolling over lofty incantations, which in the yellow morning were stanzas of gibberish, who cooked the rotten animals, long, hard-feet tail bars and tortillas, dreaming of a pure vegetable kingdom, who plunged themselves under meat traps, longing for an egg, who threw their watches off the roof to cast a bolt for eternity instead of time, and alarm clocks fell on their heads and every day for the next decade, who cut their wrists 3 times successfully, unsuccessfully, gave up, and were forced to open antique stores where they thought they were growing old, and cried, who were burned alive in their innocent flannel suites on Madison Avenue amid blast of leaden verse and the tanked-up clatter of the iron regiments of fashion and the nitro-glycerin shrieks of the fairies of advertising and the mustard gas of sinister intelligent editors, or were rammed down by the drunken taxicabs of absolute reality, who jumped off the Brooklyn Bridge. This actually happened, and walked away unknown and forgotten into the ghostly days of Chinatown, soup, alleyways, and fire trucks, not even one free beer, who sang out of their windows in despair, fell out of the subway window, jumped in the filthy passage, lived on Negroes, cried all over the street, danced on broken wine glasses barefoot, smashed phonograph records of nostalgic European 1930s German jazz, finished the whiskey and threw up groaning into the bloody toilet, mostly in the rare ears and the blast of colossal steam whistles, who barreled down the highways of the past, journeying to each other's hold her Golgotha Jazz Solitude Watch or Birmingham Jazz Incarnation, who drove cross-country 72 hours to find out if I had a vision, or you had a vision, or he had a vision, to find out eternity, who journeyed on Denver, who died in Denver, who came back to Denver and waited in vain, who watched over Denver and brooded and loned in Denver, and finally went away to find out the time, and now Denver is lonesome for a hero, who fell on their knees in hopeless cathedrals, praying for each other's salvation and light and rest, until the soul illuminated its hair for a second, who crash through their minds in jail, waiting for impossible criminals, with golden heads and the charm of reality in their hearts, who sang sweet blues to Alcatraz, who retired to Mexico to cultivate a habit, or Rocky Mount to tend the Buddha, or Tangers to boys of Southern Pacific, to the Black Locomotive, or Harvard to Narcissus, to Woodlawn, to the Daisy Chainer grave, who demanded sanity trials, accusing the radio of hypnotism, and were left with their insanity in their hands and the hung jury, whose real protectors sat at the CCNY lectures on dadaism subsequently presented themselves on the granite steps of the meadows with shaven heads and harlequin speech of suicide, demanding instantaneous lobotomy, and who were given instead the concrete void of insulin, metrazole, electricity, hydrotherapy, psychotherapy, occupational therapy, ping pong, and amnesia, who in humorless protest overturned only one symbolic ping pong table, resting briefly in catatonia, returning years later truly bald except for a wig of blood and tears and fingers to the visible madman doom of the wards of mad towns of the East. Pilgrim states, Rockland and Greystone's fetid halls, bickering with the echoes of the soul, rocking and rolling in the midnight solitude, bench door, Marians of love, dream of life in a nightmare, bodies turned to stone as heavy as the moon. When mother finally found that the last fantastic book flung out of the tenement window, and the last door closed at 4 a.m., and the last telephone slammed at the wall in reply, and the last furnished room emptied down to the last piece of mental furniture. A yellow paper rose, twisted on a wire hanger in the closet, and even that imaginary nothing but a hopeful little bit of hallucination. Oh, Carl, while you are not safe, I am not safe, and now you're reeling the total animal soup of time, and who therefore ran through the icy streets obsessed with the sudden flash of the alchemy, of the use of the ellipse, the catalog, the meter, and the vibrating plane, who dreamed and made incarnate gasps in time and space, through the images just opposed, and dragged the archangel of the soul between two visual images, and joined the elemental verbs and set the noun and dash of consciousness together, jumping with sensation of Pater Omnipotens Eterna Deus, to recreate the syntax and measurement of pure human prose and stand before you speechless and intelligent and shaking with shame, rejected yet confessing out the soul to conform to the reign of doubt in his naked and deathless head. The madman bum and the angel beating time unknown, yet pulling down here what might be left to say in time come after death. And the rose reincarnating the ghostly close of jazz in the cold red shadow of the band, and blew the suffering of America's naked mind for love into an alien lama sabachthani saxophone crying that shivered the cities down to the last radio, with the absolute heart of the poem of life butchered out of their own bodies good to eat 1,000 years. What things of cement and aluminium bashed open their skulls and ate up their brains and imagination. Murder, solitude, fate, ugliness, ashcan and unobtainable dollars. Children screaming under the stairways. Boys sobbing in the armies. Old men weeping in the parks. Moloch, Moloch, nightmare, Moloch, Moloch, the lawless mental Moloch. Moloch, the heavy judger of men. Moloch, the incomprehensible prison. Moloch who prospers soulless jailers and conquers of sorrows. Moloch whose buildings are judgment. Moloch the bastion of war. Moloch the standard governance. Moloch whose mind is pure machinery. Moloch whose blood is running money. Moloch whose fingers are dead armies. Moloch whose breast is a cannibal animal. Moloch whose earrings are smoking doom. Moloch whose eyes are 1,000 blind windows. Moloch whose skyscrapers stand in long streets like endless rivers. Moloch whose factories dreams and croak in the fog. Moloch whose smoke stacks and antenna crown the cities. Moloch whose love is endless soil and stone. Moloch whose soul is electricity and banks. Moloch whose poverty is the specter of genius. Moloch whose fate is a cloud of sex and androgen. Moloch whose name is the mind. Moloch in who I sit lonely. Moloch in who I dream angels. Crazy Moloch. Cocksuckering Moloch, like love and manless in Moloch. Moloch who entered my soul early. Moloch in whom I am a consciousness without a body. Moloch who frightened me out of my natural ecstasy. Moloch whom I abandoned. Wake up in Moloch, like screaming out of the sky. Moloch, Moloch, robot apartments. Invisible suburbs, skeleton treasuries, blank capitals, demonic industries, spectral nations, invincible madhouses, granite cocks, monstrous bones. They broke their backs, lifting Moloch to heaven, pavement streets, radio stones, lifting the trees to heaven, which exist and is everywhere about us. Visions, omens, hallucination, miracles, ecstasies gone down the American River. Dreams, adorations, illuminations, religion, the whole bottle of a sensitive bullshit. Breaks loose over the river. Flames and crucifixions gone down the flood. Epiphanies, despairs, dangerous animal screams and suicides. Minds, new laws, my generation. Down on the rocks of time. There in the river, they saw it all. The wide eyes, the holy yells. They bade farewell. They jumped off the roof to solitude, waving, carrying flowers down to the river, into the street. Solomon,
I waited around
where you're madder than
I am where
you must feel very strange. Where you love invisible humor. Where we are great writers on the same dreadful typewriter.
I will do a
Where your condition has become serious and it's reported on the radio.
I will you
beauties of the sky no longer admit the words of the senses.
I'm with you in Rockland.
Where you drink the tea on the breast of the spinsters of Utica.
I'm with you in Rockland.
Where you burn on the bodies of your nurses the harpies of the Bronx. Where you scream in a straitjacket that you are losing the game of the actual ping pong of the abyss.
I'm with you in Rockland.
Where you bang on the catatonic piano, the soul is innocent and immortal, it should never die, ungodly, in an armed madhouse.
I'm with you in Rockland.
Where 50 more shocks will never return your soul to its body again, from its pilgrimage to a cross in the void.
I'm with you in Rockland.
Where you accuse your doctors of insanity and plot to kill Brussels in its revolution against the fascist nation of Golgotha.
I'm with you in Rockland.
Where you will split the heavens of Long Island and resurrect your living human Jesus from the superhuman throne.
I'm with you in Rockland.
Where there are 25,000 men comrades of together singing the final stanzas of the InternationHOWL. Where we hide peace in the United States under our bed sheets. The United States still comes at night and won't let us sleep. Where we wake up electrified out of the coma by our own souls like planes roaring over the roof, they've come to drop angelic bombs to the hospital, illuminates itself imaginary walls. Collapse or skin just round outside, or star-spangled shout of mercy. Eternal war is here, or victory from ghetto, and where we are free.
I'm with you in Rockland.
In my dreams you walk drinking from a sea journey on the highway across American tears to the door of my cottage in the western night. San Francisco, 1955, 1956. Everything eternity, every man's an angel. The bounce is holy as the seraphim, the madman is holy as my soul. I'm holy. The typewriter is holy, the poem is holy, the voice is holy, the hearers are holy, the ecstasy is holy. Holy Peter, Holy Allen, Holy Solomon, Holy Lucian, Holy Kira, Holy Hanko, Holy Barrows, Holy Cassidy, Holy the unburgled and suffering beggars, Holy the hideous human angels, Holy my mother in the silence idol, Holy the cocks of the grandfathers of Kansas, Holy the groaning saxophone, Holy the apocalypse, Holy the just dance marijuana hipsters, peace and drunken drums, Holy the solitudes of skyscrapers and pavements, Holy the cafeterias filled with the millions, Holy the mysterious rivers of tears under the streets, Holy the non-judgment, Holy the vast lamb of the middle class, Holy the crazy shepherds of rebellion, who thinks Los Angeles is Los Angeles, Holy New York, Holy San Francisco, Holy Pierre, Seattle, Holy Paris, Holy Dangerous, Holy Moscow, Holy Istanbul, Holy time in eternity in time, Holy the clocks in space, Holy the first dimension, Holy the fifth international, Holy the angel in Moloch, Holy the sea, Holy the desert, Holy the railroad, Holy the locomotive, Holy the visions, Holy the hallucinations, Holy the miracles, Holy the eyeball, Holy the happiness, Holy forgiveness, mercy, charity, faith, Holy powers, Holy suffering, magnanimity, Holy the supernatural, extra brilliant, intelligent kindness of the soul, Holy the supernatural, extra brilliant, intelligent kindness of the soul. Beckley, 1955. Beckley, 1950.